Hi everyone, welcome to this channel where I'll be taking you through some basic Excel formulas and functions that you can use day-to-day basis on, during your work or even for college or university purpose. So one such formula that is, frequently used is called the Vlookup formula. Vlookup formula basically retrieves a cell value or data from a structured table. So for example, we have a structured table over here. We have three columns. One is sales associate. These are names. Then there are brands, and there is sales in terms of dollars. So this is the place where I have to retrieve these data. Like I want to find out which brands does Patricia, Elizabeth, Barbara, Susan, Jessica, these guys work for. So like any formula in Excel, you got to start with your equal to sign, equal to VLOOKUP, lookup value. I am looking for the brand that Patricia works for. So my reference is Patricia, that is my lookup value. What is my table array? What is the location or what is the range that I'm looking for? Or which is the table that I'm looking for? So, I'll just select the entire table. What I will do is I will lock this table. Locking the table means as you go down in rows, the location of the table will also go down in relation to the number of rows that you go down. But even if I go down the rows, I do not want the location to change. Hence, I am locking the location. So I just click on the formula bar and I put F4. So did you notice there's a dollar sign coming in front? So dollar sign means the row and the column is locked. So what is the next thing? I got the lookup value, I got the table array. Now I have to tell it where is the brand. In relation to that table, which column is the data that I'm looking to retrieve. So I'm looking for brands. Brands is in second column. So I hit 2. Okay, so sales associate is in first column, brands is in second column. So 2. Then I'm going to hit Excel is asking me, do you want something that is approximately correct or exact match? So usually we always go for exact match. So exact match is denoted by 0. And then you close the bracket and enter. Yep. So what do you do? You can just either double click or you can just select it there and Control D. So Control D will paste the formulas down. So let's look if what I got is correct. So Patricia works for GE. Let's look. Yes, Patricia for GE. Kimberly works for Pepsi. So let's look at Kimberly as Pepsi. Let's look at Susan for Honda. Susan, where is Susan? Yeah, Susan for Honda. So the data is correct. Let's try it one more time. So this time I'm going to look at sales associate and I need sales in dollars. So we look up. What is my lookup value? Lookup value is I am looking for John's sales in dollars. So John is a lookup value. What is the table I am looking for? I'm looking for the same table. You can do it by Control Shift down. So I'm locking the same table, F4. Next thing I'm going to tell it is which column is the sales in dollars. So here if you see, sales associate is in column 1, brands in column 2, and sales in dollars is in column 3. So 3, I'm going to hit 0 and close. So I got the value. I'm just going to do select down and Control D. Control D will paste the formulas, and then because it is in dollar values, I'll just hit the dollar sign on top. So let's look if it is correct. So Steven did 17,000. Where is Steven? So Steven, let's see, where is Steven? So Steven did 17,000, correct? Then there was, let's see, William. William did 4,000. So William, yes, 4,000. So this is how you do VLOOKUP. So for example, here I showed you, I think about 38, there were 38 people, but if you have huge data, it's difficult to, sit and look one by one. Even in 38, it'll be more time consuming for me to look individually and start copy pasting. So that is why this formula will help you do it. But before I end this video, I also want to show you one condition. There are a few conditions for a formula to work, some prerequisites. So one prerequisite for VLOOKUP is that the lookup value should be on the left side of the data that you want to retrieve. Okay, so I want I want to retrieve brands, and sales associate is on the left side of brands. Hence, this formula worked. Let me show you when it will not work. So if you look here, so my lookup value is going to be brands, and what I want is how much did these brands do in terms of sales. So we look up, my lookup value is Apple. What is my table range? Table range is the same thing. I'm locking it by clicking F4. And then next thing is, where is sales in dollars? Sales in dollars is the third zero close. Yeah. So do you know why this did not work? I did everything right. I put sales associate is column 1, brands is column 2, sales in dollars is column 3. But what Excel will do is, Excel is starting the count based on your lookup value. So lookup value is in column 2, but how Excel sees is Excel is looking at these two. So when I tell my lookup value is Apple, it's looking here, and it's going to find out that, so technically, even though it is 2 over here in second column, but for Excel, it starts in first column. So that is why, let me change this 3 to 2. Still did not work. Yeah. Let's try again. See, so VLOOKUP is a formula where the lookup value should always be the leftmost extreme column in the table array. So the previous example that I showed you before, because I selected the entire table, the brands column was the second one. It was not the extreme left. But since if you look at here, what I did is I started selecting from B2 till here. So technically my brands is in the left extreme of sales in dollars. So condition 1, the data that the lookup value should always be on the extreme left of your table array. So VLOOKUP is usually used for vertical lookups. There is HLOOKUP for horizontal lookups. There are also advanced formulas like XLOOKUP, index match. Now let's look at one more condition where Excel cannot give you the answer even if you have put in the formulas correctly. So VLOOKUP, what I want to look up is brands. Okay, so I'm going to select only two of them. So what do I want? So here, if I look at sales associate is in one, before that, I'm going to lock it. Sales associate is in column 1, 0, slash. So not applicable. Why VLOOKUP could not function properly is because brands is not, my lookup value brand is not the extreme, is not in the extreme left position in the table array. Because when I selected the table, my sales associate was in the extreme left and not the brands. So also look in mind, also keep in mind when you're doing VLOOKUPs, and if it fails, look for, this one condition, is your data on the extreme left, that is your lookup value, and all your retrieving data should precede your lookup value. So let's go over the video again, or let's go over the formula again. So how does VLOOKUP work? VLOOKUP helps you to retrieve data from a vertical format from a structured table. VLOOKUP formula is equal to VLOOKUP, select the lookup value, then comma, select the data range. Always ensure that you lock the data range by clicking F4. Next thing is you have to input the column in which the retrieving data is present. So here, in the case, it is column 2, that is brand. So I put 2, and then I put 0, and I close the bracket. And then what you do is you just select throughout your data, and you can just hit Control D, or there can be a plus sign over here. If you double tap on that, you will get it throughout. So, this is one basic formula we look up. In the upcoming video, we'll look at how can you combine text or values that are in different columns, rather than copy pasting manually. You can use a formula to bring them all into one cell. So, if there'll be a small I button coming up on top. When you click on that, it'll take you to the next video too. Thank you, and everybody have a nice day.